Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. Want to thank everybody for joining us this past year. And I'm going to kind of go through what the benefits of candlestick analysis are. The first aspect of knowing which way to have your trades positioned is being able to analyze which way the market in general is going. As we saw, there was a bounce this past week from a very severe downtrend move to an uptrend move. Now, candlestick analysis is merely just common sense application of what's going on in investor sentiment. Obviously, the markets were moving up pretty strong over the last 3 trading days, but there's an obvious resistance level that everybody else is watching. That might be a deterrent. So we take that into consideration when we look at the other indexes, such as the NASDAQ, that also not only had a strong reversal signal, your best friend signal, but has now broken through the T-line, the 50, and this downtrending channel. The implication is the bulls are in control. This is just phase 1 of the common sense application of using the visuals of candlestick analysis. First of all, we can identify which sectors are going to be the strongest. Currently, the biotechs are acting very strong. You can see in HYZN, the scoop pattern, and the scoop pattern being confirmed with your best friend signal, one of your strongest candlestick signals. You add that all together, that implies there's going to be more upside. This is merely what we call 2 + 2 analysis. The more factors that we can put into our visual analysis, the higher the probability the reoccurring aspects of human nature are back in progress. We also recommended the biotechs. The big fry pan bottom and DCPH is still working. MCRB, you can see the left-right combo, which is again one of your strongest candlestick signals. After a wave 1, a wave 2, right smack dab to the 50-day moving average, and now they're buying with strength coming back up through the T-line. Again, these are probability factors that all we have to do is analyze visually what is going on in that sector or that stock. The common sense elements just allows candlestick investors to analyze what is happening in investor sentiment, what type of patterns, and do we always get put in these type of positions? Definitely not. But here is the logic of candlestick analysis. If you can see there's buying, that's what we're looking for. We're not trying to be an analyst. We're trying to visually analyze what everybody else's analysis is. We want to be where everybody's buying or shorting where everybody else is shorting. So all we're doing is using the graphics of candlesticks, that is the graphic of investor sentiment, to tell us what the overall general consensus is of investors. We're trying to identify what everybody else is analyzing. And this is used by simple indicators. The strong buy signal a while back in LPI told us we could be buying with a high degree of probability. How far could it go up? Had no idea, but now we can apply the other aspects of candlestick analysis, such as the T-line, to tell us as long as that factor is not broken, we can stay long until we see a sell signal and a close below the T-line. Again, this is not trying to prognosticate which sectors are going to be acting the strongest or the weakest. This is just identifying what everybody else is thinking is going on in a sector. It allows us to see when it's time to be in a sector or a stock that creates the probabilities that are greatly in our favor. This is what puts us in situations where we know we could be trading this one long as it stays above the T line or comes back up above the T line. So we're not trying to be analysts. We're just trying to analyze what everybody else is looking for. This is what has changed me from being one of the worst investors in the world and even a stockbroker for 8 years during that time to now consistently extracting funds from the market, not because we're any great stock pickers. It's because we can analyze what everybody else is doing. So right now, we have the markets going into the end of the year with the prospects of a Santa Claus rally. But the fact that the NASDAQ, after a strong reversal signal, closing above the T line, closing above the 50, and then breaking out through the downtrend, tells us there's a good prospect of another wave starting right here. So join us this year. The common sense application of candlestick signals and patterns allow you to consistently be in the right trades at the right time. Everything that you see built into a candlestick chart is merely common sense. And we're just using what the Japanese rice traders have illustrated over the last 400 years to tell us what our probabilities are as far as what's going on in human nature. We fortunately have a chat room that is open all day long with numerous traders in there that are very good at identifying which signals and patterns are trading effectively. Whether you're a day trader, a swing trader, or a long-term investor, remember, candlestick analysis is merely the graphic depiction of everybody buying and selling during a specific time frame. Doesn't matter whether that time frame is a 1 minute, 5 minute, 10-minute time frame, or a weekly, monthly, daily, weekly, or monthly time frame. Hope everybody had a good 2021. Hopefully 2022 will be much better. See you in the chat rooms.